Alright, and Najma, this is a place where you must pay attention to my instructions. When I say one word, I mean one word. And let me give you the speech that I always give everyone who asks the same question that you just did. If you broke up for a reason. Have you accepted your part of the responsibility for whatever occurred? Because if you didn't, the same thing is going to happen again if you get back together, which means no change has taken place, which means you are still set on the same path. So you want to know if you will get back together with this person. I see that you're a very stubborn individual. You have very set ideas. You are very set in your ways. Actually, you're rather judgmental. Nothing wrong with being judgmental as long as you're aware of it. Because I'm a judgmental person as well. I can be. But you need to be aware of this quality, Najma. So Najma wants to know if they'll get back together. Well, I get a beautiful card for you, 8 of Fire. 8 is the number of prosperity, and fire is all about determination and passion. And I can certainly understand that where you are concerned, Najma. This is the card. This is the card. It's saying that you have emerged from a period of uncertainty and you are persevering in your efforts. This is good. This is work related or whatever it is you do. Things are moving really fast. That's what all the ribbons around indicate that. Things are moving very fast. You are making progress and your projects are really moving now with ease. There's lots of enthusiasm and energy. Travel is very likely. You may find yourself very busy, so you need to pay attention to details. Now, I know the question you asked, Najma. Hello, D.I. Smith, I'm fine. But I don't get the idea or the impression that this card pertains to the person you are talking about. This card feels as if this card feels as if it's work related. Things are going really great at work. Your disconnecting from this person is actually positive for you, Najma, although you don't want to hear that. You, Najma, need to leave this thing alone. I don't really care how determined you are, how passionate you are. Your qualities don't interest me except that you are going to put yourself on a course of destruction if you insist that you must have this person or you and this person must get back together. You have a very strong will, which is fantastic, but I strongly advise you to focus it on your work relationships. This is what this is about. This is not personal. This is not about an intimate relationship. this is something extremely positive, and I would suggest that you leave the other side alone and focus on this, because more has to happen here and more has to happen with you and for you before anything is resolved in this relationship that you want to reconnect with. Okay, that's it. All right, Di, I'm not hearing you. Di, do you have a question? Because asking how are you and then going silent is really not helpful. So 80. Okay. So I want to know if you have a question, Di. I just had 2 bowls of soup in the hot humidity and I am sweating. But it was so good. That's why I'm late. That's why I was late, you know. Alright, Di wants to know, because I was preparing my soup and then I sat and drank / chewed it. And all of that took the hour. Okay, it was really good. Alright, so Di wants to know, will I move or stay in the house I'm in? Well, Di, I don't know why you all ask me these trick questions, because if you want to move, you will. However, I don't get the impression, Di, that you really want to move. You feel you need to move, or you're talking about moving because there are things that aren't quite right that suit you, etc., etc. But you're not set on it. You're not set on this move. Okay, alright, so Di wants to know. Card came out already. Wow. Alright, so yes, I know you're an emotionally stable and responsible person. Your father raised a good girl. Perhaps sometimes, Di, you are too responsible. That is, that could be a problem. I get the Sea Shaman for you, and the Sea Shaman card is, I want to see something here. Yeah, well, telling me that doesn't really help me, you know. Telling me that the house needs lots of repairs. You have not decided to move. That's what I'm saying, Di. You have not said, I'm moving in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You do not have a set date of departure. And for your move to take place, Di, you must choose a date by which to leave. Once that date is set, you have to begin looking elsewhere. So I get to see Shaman card for you. The sea is all about emotions. You do enjoy that house where you're living. It actually has a very loving spirit, energy in it. When you are leaving, you must tell that house goodbye. I'm very, very serious. You must tell the house goodbye, because it has brought you a lot of good energy, and it really does have loving spirits in it, embodied in it, that have helped you more than you know, Di. This card is about balance, masculinity, divinity, and apparently you're a good businesswoman. As I said, you are a very responsible person. This card is saying that you need to take pride in your own creativity and healing intelligence. Stop keeping your feelings boxed in. You need to explore your emotions with an open heart. That is what I meant the last time, DI, when I said there is too much of your father's energy in you, which makes you very masculine. It doesn't matter that you're a strong woman, you know. Strong women actually must own their vulnerability and must be in contact with their emotions. This is something that you are pushing away. The answer. Now, let me give this in a roundabout way. You already have an open door. Okay, the door is ajar. When you do the work on yourself, you will be giving birth to someone new, the new you. In order to leave that house peacefully, in acceptance, with no regret, guess what you have to do? You have to connect to who you really are. You have to admit the emotions that you have been keeping under a steel cap or a steel cover. You have to let all those emotions out. If you cannot cry, I would strongly suggest that you sit down and write a letter first to your father. An honest letter. If he has already made the transition, which means he has died, that's fine. You're going to write him a letter bearing your heart and soul. And then you are going to go in your backyard and you are going to burn it. This letter must be real. This letter must be true. This letter must come from your heart, with all of your anger, with all of your regrets, with all of your hurt, and with all of your I wish it could have been. This is not saying that you didn't love your dad, you know, because I know you did and you do. But some releasing is necessary for you to move on, for you to peacefully leave that house. So that's the first thing you do. So smear your guts all over the page, because nobody else is going to read any word of what you write. And as I said, you will burn it in the backyard. Then I want you to write letters to everyone else who ever lived in that house with you. It is entirely up to you for those who are alive. If you want to mail them the letters, you don't have to. Hello, Ivy. You don't have to. You take them all and you burn them in your backyard. Because what you are doing, DI, is releasing the pent-up emotion and energy. It is really, really important that you do that, that you release. And then, finally, after you've gotten everyone else off the picture, out of the picture, off the pages, because in the burning of the letters, you are actually releasing the energy from yourself and sending it back to the divine. When the ashes settle, there must be not a single written print in those ashes. Huh? So crumple them up, make sure there is not a word, not a scrap of paper left. Mother Earth will take care of the rest. And finally, you must write a letter to the house about your feelings. You must thank that house for sheltering you and protecting you, and you must thank all the loving guiding spirits that are part of the wood in that house and part of the furniture. They truly sheltered you, you know, okay, you say you do, so I'll leave it at that. Only when this work is complete, D.I. Smith, will you be able to leave that house in peace with no regrets. That's my response. All right, so who's next? Ivy. Ivy. Okay, and hello, Michaela. All right, Ivy is next. So, Ivy, I assume you want a general reading? All right, and all right, Di. I hope you do it for your sake, but hope is not a strategy. We need to be really, really real here. It is up to you now to take care of business and take care of yourself. So, Ivy is next. Ivy, let me see, she replied. You're very welcome, Di. Big hugs, girl. Okay, so let's deal with Miss Ivy Lerato Tapi. Or is it Lapi? I think it's Tapi. Okay, Ivy. Well, Ivy, I didn't see a response, so I'm just going to give you a general reading. All right? All right, so Ivy, what does Ivy need to know? What does Ivy need to know? What does Ivy need to know? Ivy. Oh, this is nice, Ivy. You're doing things, girl. All right. All right. Well, you've been living a shit show, Ivy, to put it nicely. For a while, with the ups and downs, the darkness, the heaviness, etc. And your life has been like, it's literally like this. Up, but on a peak, down, up, and so on and so on. So this card is really telling you, this is 10 of wind. And this is telling you that the golden shores of new light begin to awaken your thoughts, which means that you are coming out of a depression of sorts, a heaviness. You are leaving all of the stuff behind. The nightmare is over, and pain and suffering are transitioning into hope. That's what the card says. So let me show it to you this way. And what this means is these beautiful sparkling shores are what are beginning to roll into your life and to cover over the darkness that has been weighing on you for quite a while. It's a beautiful message. This beautiful yellow light here, I wonder if you can see it. Yeah, well, kinda. Yeah. Here, there's some beautiful, beautiful golden light here. And that is the light of spirit that is shining on you right now, my dear. You have come to the end of an extreme cycle. You need to let go now. And you need to allow spirit to carry you away on gentle breezes. Change is coming to you in a big way. The book says, a fresh perspective arrives on the vista as you slowly move from the head into the heart and find peace. That describes where you are exactly, Ivy. I couldn't have said it better. Um, 10 means the beginning of a new chapter. The wind means your thoughts. They are beginning to settle and you really do feel at peace. You will feel more at peace when you let go of all that has gone before, Ivy. Really, really important. You gotta let go, girl. You don't want to hold on to the same shit and carry it into the new part of your life. That serves no purpose. And why do you want to carry this ball and chain any further? Let it go, Ivy. It really doesn't matter who did what. It doesn't matter how it happened. I gotta get some sleep, huh? Anyway, I gotta get some sleep. I can tell from my face on the screen. That's not a pretty picture. All right, Ivy. So let go, let go, let go. That's it. Go for walks. I don't know if you're in the UK or anyway, you're in a temperate country. Go for walks in nature. I don't really care how cold or cool it is or whether you like the outdoors or not. You need fresh air to stir up, stir around, and blow away the rest of the things that are in your way for you to be able to move forward steadily, easily, clearly, in peace. All right, Ivy? All right, so Michaela. Michaela. All right, Michaela. What does Michaela need to know right now for her highest good? What does Michaela need to know right now? Michaela. Ah, Ivy, you're in South Africa. All right, the weather should be beautiful then. Well, I should have realized, from the name. Anyway, all of that is really not that important. Okay. I had 2 opportunities to come to South Africa and I didn't take them up. Now I'm very far away, but I will be back. I ended up going to Tanzania, I think. It was all for work. It was all work related. Someone else went to South Africa. The 2 times. Okay, so what's this young lady's name? My soup is just settling, so I'm feeling a little bit heavy. Michaela. Okay. What does mischievous Michaela need to know? Michaela, I don't know why you're feeling sad, You really have to get yourself out of these situations and feelings. I've already told you, Michaela, that you need to develop a new circle of friends. You need to have a new social circle. That's the hot soup, in addition to the humidity here. You need to get out, Michaela, of the 4 walls. Just reminding you. All right, Michaela. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh wow. Michaela, you're going on a journey, girl. You are going on a journey. Actually, you have no choice, huh? No matter how you fight it, you're still going to go on this journey, so you better do it voluntarily. And this journey is a quest. This journey is a quest. Huh? Yeah. This is the first card in the deck. It's 0 and it's the Dreamer card. This card is so glorious. This card is so full of possibilities. Oh my goodness. 0 is the number for infinity. Look at it well. This is a card that's talking about pure potential. This is a card that's talking about brand new starts. This is a card that is saying unlimited, untapped potential energy. You are spontaneous, you are very strong-willed, which surprises some people, and you are full of wonder, like a little child, which is fantastic because then you can create. You are ready to burst through all barriers to embrace life, Michaela. And that is what you are fighting. Michaela, it is time to be the free spirit and risk taker that you are. It is time to pay attention to the signs, the flags that are waving at you. It is time to listen to your guidance, Michaela. You need to allow the mystery of the universe to carry you on your journey. What is really calling you, Michaela, is your deepest heart's desire, and you know what that is. So do I. Now, the Dreamer card says new beginnings, free spirit, innocence, full potential, charm, wonderment. You have to take that leap of faith, Michaela. You have to take the risk. You know where you're going to land? You are going to land among the stars, and you will grow wings as you flutter and descend to earth. That's the wonder, that's the magic of the universe. You need to follow your heart. You cannot fail. And in any case, failure is just a step to success. The only time failure is a failure is when you stop, is when you don't get up. That's it. It's when you stop trying, although I don't like using the word trying, because the word try is a waste of time. You do. Michaela, the ball is in your court. Everything is there for you. A leap of faith, taking the risk. Go do the jump off just like a bungee jump. From the fear to the falling and terror as you see the earth rushing towards you. And then there's a pop and you bounce back up on the end of the bungee. And now you are just flying in glee and gratitude, and oh my God, I did it! I did it! That, Michaela, is what awaits you when you decide. Shagufa, I do not know by what you mean by work progress in current job. I cannot tell you how you are progressing in work because I don't know what you are doing. And you need to rephrase your question. All right? So give me one word. Don't give me a story because work progress in current job doesn't help me. That's not a question. So give me one word for me to know what kind of reading you want, Shagufa. Padiwala. All right, so Michaela, there is no try. Michaela, there is only do. Well, don't say it like that. No risk, no fun, I guess. It's not that, you know. But you, with your smart self, Michaela, you are trying to qualify what I just said. Because you are thinking and you are assessing, and you can assess until the cows come home blue. The only way forward for you, Michaela, is to take a leap of faith. That's it. That's what this is telling you. Potential, 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 and it's up to you to fulfill that potential, young lady. Okay? So let's see if this other lady has come clear. I don't need the story, Shagufa. I don't want to know what you're doing. I cannot tell you how your work progress is because you are the one doing the work. I don't want the story because it doesn't help. What do you want to know? Do you want to know about your job? I cannot tell you what your work progress is like. You are the one who is doing the job. All right? Because then you are telling me to tell you how you are working. That's nonsense, of course. So you have one more try, Shagufa. Otherwise, I'm ending it here. You're welcome, Michaela. When you say yes, what do you mean? Because while I was saying whatever it is I was saying, I don't remember what I just said. What do you want to know? If you want to know how you are working, I think that's ridiculous. Because you have to know if you are dedicated and if you are doing a good job. So that's a nonsensical question that I'm not going to respond to. So try again. You have 30 seconds. Counting now. Shagufa. Alright? I'm not into all of this tralala. If you want to know, Shagufa, how you are working, you should be asking your supervisor. I am not your supervisor. You want to know when you will get fame in your field. I assume you mean you want to know when you will become known for the work that you do in your teaching field. I assume that is what you mean. Okay. Shagufa wants to know when she'll become famous in her teaching. If you are in the field of teaching to become famous, Shagufa, you're going to have a problem down the road. Let me just say that right off the bat. Because that will mean that your heart is not in it, and you are only in it for the glory and not for the people that you are teaching or even what you are teaching. So let me just give you a word of warning right away. You are going to have problems down the road if you want to be famous and you become famous. However, because of the card I got for you, Shagufa, I understand. But you still have to change your mind. You have to correct your mindset. Huh? This card is 5 of Earth. And this card is telling me that you have had a very, very difficult time. Because what this card is telling a story. And the story is this. It was a seed that grew into a tiny sapling, a tiny little thing sprouting. There was nowhere for it to go. It had to send its roots down through the crack in the pavement. And other buildings, concrete buildings, grew up around it. There was nowhere for it to go. It could not move. And so it sent its roots even deeper and deeper and deeper, forcing them open for it to get the nourishment beneath the concrete. Now it is thriving. That's you. But why did it end up in that position in the first place? It ended up in that position of hardship because of worry, because of difficult life circumstances, because of feeling alone, and probably in poor health. I'm reading from the card. You need to embrace this is the tree of life, huh? Similar to the Indian tree of life, the tree of life motif that we see in India everywhere. But the tree of life does exist, and it's somewhere that you need to go, Shagufa, to embrace your oneness with this tree of life that will help you thrive, because appearances are deceiving. You must go to the tree of life, which is your inner stillness, really, to learn the lesson from this tree. Because even though it began as a little seed and a sapling, and it grew up like a rose in concrete, etc., it is thriving, it is happy, it is glowing. And that is where you need to get to. You need to get to the happiness. You need to learn to feel happy in what you are doing, Shagufa, in order to expand and grow. When you tap into that happiness, everything will begin to change for you, and that is when people will begin to see you and admire you and the work that you are doing. You are not there right now. You have a long way to go yet, because you are still stuck in your ego, and because you have a low self-esteem problem. Listen to that. That is a van that is advertising manure for all your plants' needs. There's no such thing as coincidence. So that message is telling me to tell you that you need nourishing. You need to be with the right people. It is time that you change your social circle and start hanging out with people who listen to you, people who support you, people who you can exchange ideas with, and people that you feel comfortable with and happy with. That is the nourishment that you need, You also need to find a way of working on your self-confidence. When you believe that you are doing a good job, you will start to feel more confident. So when you start telling yourself mean things, or you start having doubtful thoughts, I would suggest that it's like having two birds on your shoulder, or two dogs on your shoulder, or two people on your shoulder, one good person, one bad person. It's your inner critic telling you all the nonsense. So Shakufa, what you need to do is, you need to name the one that is making you doubt yourself. Give it a name so that you can tell it, shut up. And you will know when you are hearing it, because you will not feel good about yourself. It's as simple as that. That way, you can start listening to the one that's telling you positive things, that you are doing a very good job. And in fact, I want you to go in front of the mirror every morning and tell yourself, Shagufa, if that is your real name, I love you. You are doing a fantastic job in school. Everyone admires you. You are going to be the star in the school, or in wherever you are teaching, and people are going to look up to you. People will be thankful for you. People will be grateful for you, because so many of the students are benefiting from what you are teaching. You are a fantastic teacher. I want you to start telling yourself that in the mirror every single morning. You start with, Shagufa, I love you. You end with, Shagufa, I love you. You do that every day. It's going to help you settle. It's going to help you connect with who you really are. It's going to help you connect to the tree of life that's within you, the God source, creator source, or whatever name you want to call it. And you're going to start to shine. You have a way to go yet, huh? But you're fine. All right, Christine Chan. Let's see what Christine Chan. All right, Christine Chan. Christine Chan. Christine Chan. What does Christine Chan need to know? What does Christine Chan need to know? Ooh. Yeah, you gotta get rid of that heaviness and that self-doubt, Shagufa. It's too much. And people don't want to be around you because it's very heavy, and you're very heavy. Alright? So, Christine Chan. Christine Chan. Well, Christine, you need to focus on your own way of doing things, my dear. That's the first thing. You got a beautiful card here, and this card is Six of Fire. And this card is all about success. 6 is the number for family, relations, and fire is the number for passion. Fire is the number for determination. Fire is the number for groundedness. You are very grounded, Christine. This is saying that victory is in the air. There's just one more addition that is required. I mean, oh gosh, this screen is a pain, you know. Right. One more addition is required, Christine, for you to receive the accolades that are your due. Hello, Sophia T. You are going to be recognized for your bravery and unique gifts, Christine Chan. You are making creative progress. You need to continue to follow your heart. pursue your creativity, the fire that is lit under you is not going to go out. And therefore, you need to celebrate your unique qualities. You need to believe in yourself more. Celebrate all the kudos, my dear. Write them down. Write them down. I'm serious. And be mindful of your ego when things really take off. Yes! Alright? So this is your message, my dear Christine Chan. And you are good to go. It's a beautiful message. The card isn't red actually, it's all orange. And that's creativity. The fire I'm talking about is this. Yeah. You're good to go, my dear. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I like that for you, Christine. You've been in the you've been working in the salt mines for a while. All right, so Sophie T hasn't asked for a reading. All right, Amanda Phoenix Rising. Amanda wants to know what message there is for her. So Sophia, I'm waiting on you. Huh? All right, Amanda. Amanda. What does Amanda Phoenix Rising Butler need to know right now? What does Amanda need to know? Huh. Well, if Sophia does respond, she will be the last person. Because I get two cards here for you, Amanda. The first one is, I imagine why you are on here. This is the initiation card. It's a card that is saying that this card is a symbol of the dark night of the soul. And that, my dear lady, is what you are experiencing and have been experiencing for a while. I know about that. I have just come out of I'm just in the tail end of one. See where my finger is? That's a purple heart. And you need to be commended, my dear, for your bravery. Truly, with what you've been experiencing. You're at the end of a cycle. You have to go through this transition. There is no choice. There is no choice. So this period of darkness, you must understand, is going to lead you to the light. There cannot be darkness without light. This is a fact. And it will be healing light. This card also signals change. Big change. Transformation. Huge. This is a major arcana card. And I cannot emphasize enough how significant it is. Now, you have to go through the dark forest. You have to go through the dark forest with all the things that make those scary noises at night. This is where you go into your inner well of stillness to get the wisdom that you need in order to pursue your path. You are on a quest right now, Amanda. There are points of light on the card, and that is what you need to focus on in order to get through. It really is like a dark forest, you know. And the things that don't bother you during the day, they bother you at night, exactly like in a dark forest. All right? That's just the way it is. But I have a beautiful card here for you. This is the next card. And that's Nine of Fire. And Nine of Fire is saying complexity, integrity, delay. However, your inner wisdom is going to help you see. You just gotta admit, yeah, you know, it's tough right now as I go through this patch, but it's Nine of Fire. 9 is saying you are coming to the end of a cycle. Those two cards didn't come out by accident. You have accomplished much, but the dance is not yet done. That's what this card is telling you, my dear. Allow for delays because it's a complex situation you're in right now. Use the downtime to express yourself more clearly and sing your soul song. Do you have a particular song that you love to sing at certain times? Do so. Thank your guiding spirits. You have them for helping you. Most important, don't lose yourself. Stay on the path. Ask your spirit guides to help keep you on your path. You will soon be out of the woods and you need to be in the right spot for the next stage of your journey. Your maturity and integrity are your most important assets right now. So what you need is the wisdom and the intuition. No, the wisdom and the vision to grasp the bigger picture. Intuition, your intuition is your infallible guide in the silence. Ignore it to your peril. Because when you ignore the voice of your intuition, you tend to make the wrong decision. This is not a time for you to do that, Amanda. Okay? All right. So let me see if this young lady, Madam Sophia T, has asked a question. She will be the last person. Well, you're not really losing yourself, you know, Amanda. What it is you're going through a dark night of the soul, my dear. And it's really, really painful. It's really, really difficult. I can feel it. I can feel your heart tears. You have to hold on. You cannot, Amanda, you cannot give up hope. The end is in sight. Yes, the situation is complex. Hold on to your integrity and do not give it up for any reason to make things easier for the other person. That is to your detriment, and that is where you are going to lose yourself. All right? When I say lose yourself, you're going to lose who you are. Hello, Kusbu. Persevere. And I really would suggest that you pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug if there's no one to give you a hug for all that you have accomplished. Stay the course. Go into meditation. Connect with your spirit guides. Ask for guidance and ask them to remove the veil from your eyes because you're not seeing as clear as you need to. That's all you need to do. And ask them to keep you on path. That's very important. The end is in sight, and you ought to know by your name that when the end is in sight, that is when things get what I call really technical. Okay? So watch out for the loops on the ground that may want to tangle you up, Amanda. All right, Kuzbu. Kuzbu, you will be the last person. You're lucky, you know, because I saw your name at 58 seconds, 58 minutes too. So the 2 extra minutes that I just gave Amanda, Kuzbu, is all yours. All right, Kuzbu. What does Kuzbu need to know? Kuzbu. I don't know why I keep saying Kuzbu. It's Kush, no? You're very welcome, Amanda. Ah, it's Kuzbu. Okay, Kuzbu. Kuzbu. Alright, so Kuzbu, the card I get for you is saying you need to face the matter at hand. Reaching out and not connecting, okay. Whatever is going on, my dear, you gotta face it. Be upfront and honest about it. Most important. You need to ask yourself and be honest, because the card I get is 7 of wind. And 7 of wind is all about the windy thoughts, the mental flatulence. So, the card is asking, are you using deception to gain an advantage, Kuzbu? It doesn't serve you, it's not going to serve you. This is the card. This is a card that has stealth and deception at the forefront. So you need to be reminded to stop and ask your spirits, your helping spirits, for help in finding a solid footing. Kuzbu, you need that right now in the chaos. Whatever is happening out there with you is rather chaotic. So are you procrastinating, Kuzbu? Is someone not being honest with you? You gotta act with a clear conscience, you know. You gotta be open and upfront, as I said. And let me tell you right now, a solo approach is more, a solo approach, doing the thing, whatever it is, whatever action you have to take, whatever decision you have to make, doing it on your own, going solo, is going to turn out the best for you. Getting someone, you're welcome, Amanda. Involving anyone else is going to mess it up. So, meditation, because you need to find a way to calm your thoughts, Kuzbu. Whatever you're doing is not working. So find another method. And only then, when you are clear, should you take action on your own. I repeat, do not allow anyone else to be involved in your decision. This is a card about a sleight of hand. So something sneaky, deceptive is going on there. You gotta watch it, pay attention, take the necessary action with a clear mind. All right, Kuzbu?